Welcome to Mumbai, 47. One of the most densely populated cities in the world, home to more than 12 million people. If you wanted to disappear and hide from the world, this vast city is perfect. The maze-like sprawling slums offer secret paths and surprises around every corner. The elusive Maelstrom knows the city like the back of his own hand. Locating him will be a considerable challenge. A place to start could be the slums, where his former gang, the Crows, has recently risen from the ashes. Dawood Rangan will be easy to find in his half-finished tower, wrapping up his new film called Mumbai Hero. While Vanya Shah has ensconced herself in the overgrown remains of an old train yard. Your 3 targets call this labyrinthine part of the city home, so choose your approach carefully.
Hi, I'm Jimmy, and this is a Let's Play series of the Hitman World of Assassination trilogy. I will be playing all of the story missions on Master difficulty with the default start locations and loadout. And this is Mumbai. This is another really fun mission. It's a nice big level, and it has 3 targets, and it has the added complication.
47, this is one of the Mumbai chawls. My records show a few residential complaints about a new tenant in the building. Something related to strange behavior. Might be worth looking into.
As I was saying, with the added complication that one of the targets, we don't have his name or know what he looks like, so we have to identify the target while we're here.
Well, well. It appears we have a rival assassin in Mumbai, and he's training his sights on Dawood Rangan. By the looks of it, I'd say we're dealing with a local operator, known as the Kashmirian.
I'll never get that scope adjusted with this
Karan Dar,
horrible viewfinder.
aka the Kashmirian, was born in the US, but fled to his mother's native land, India, 20 years ago, following an FBI investigation into a string of serial killings in Texas. He adopted a new identity here, and now works as a gun for hire for local mobsters. But who would want Rangan dead?
So yeah, for this mission, I'm going to be playing through an interesting route. It feels like one of the routes the devs kind of intended people to play through for this level. This is interesting. Usually these opportunities that the game gives you to kill targets, they're sort of isolated, like it just is a way to take out one of the targets, and then you have to find a different way to take out the other targets. But in this case, there's a sort of story that links the 3 targets together, and if you follow it through, you can get an opportunity to take out all 3 targets. It starts with that assassin, the Kashmirian, who was trying to adjust his scope on a sniper rifle, and we helped him out. He's got a contract to take out Dawood Rangan, and yeah, since Rangan is our target, we're going to basically be his wingman and help him out. Yeah, it's just a nice opportunity, and yeah, it'll lead to other opportunities as we progress through the mission. So it's a fun a fun story. And you sort of learn a lot about these 3 criminals and sort of their history together, and yeah, kind of the kind of relationships they have with one another. Here I'm waiting for the guard over on the right to turn around. I'm going to use this forklift to distract one of the guards over so I can knock him out and take a disguise, but I don't want to get spotted. So yeah, that's why I waited until the other guard turned his back.
Motherfucker.
Now I'll have a chance. Now I'll have some time to wait for this guy to come over and I can knock him out.
Shut up.
Turn off the alarm. Try to knock him out. Luckily, he's far enough away that the other guard can't see me. So now I'm just going to wait. That was a little risky, moving the body closer to him, but I need to wait for him to turn around so I can put this unconscious guard in the crate so he doesn't get found later. So yeah, this is another fun mission. yeah, it just gives you an idea of sort of what these three criminals, you know, what their personality is. This is also, I guess, mild spoilers, but this is the last mission where we're hunting down people connected with the Shadow client. After this mission, we finally meet up with the Shadow client, and after that, the story shifts, and the focus shifts back towards Providence, and they sort of become the main antagonists for the rest of the series. So here I'm just taking out a camera. So here I'm breaking into Rangan Tower. Rangan is a former criminal who's sort of these days fancies himself a bit of a movie mogul. So at his tower, they're filming this movie that's sort of loosely autobiographical, where he's sort of trying to portray himself as this hero who's saved the city of Mumbai. Playing fast and loose with the details of what actually happened. Not that we really know exactly what happened, but you learn about these characters and their perspectives on past events when they were all in a gang together. So here I'm using the fire extinguisher trick to get through this door. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is, the other thing I like about this opportunity is there's a lot of Agent 47 talking to his targets while in disguise, which, you know, provides a lot of that dramatic irony I've talked about in the past, where Agent 47 will say things that mean one thing
I'm here now.
to the person he's talking to,
It's all clear. Over.
You know, another thing to the player. So now I've opened the door with an exploding fire extinguisher, so I'm waiting for the security guards
Command
to
area is all clear.
calm
Please advise,
down,
over.
so I can go into the room.
Clear!
But yeah, the nice thing about this dialogue is it sort of, you know, does two things. It, you know, it has a sort of comedic value, as a lot of the things Agent 47 says have a double meaning.
Okay.
But it also really drives home what pieces of work all these characters are. Just gives you that extra reason to hate them. So here there's an artist, you can see he's sort of
When are you gonna be done mixing those colors?
getting ready to paint a portrait
how long can
of
it take
Dawood
to smudge out a
Rangan.
few blues and reds?
I'm creating art here. 70% of the work is finding the right colors. Color mixing is an entire art form on its own. It takes time.
Yeah, well, get a move on. Mr. Rongan wants you to go and get him as soon as you're done mixing your fancy colors there. You got it?
Fine.
Suddenly to his back
I
turn,
wish there was some way out of this mess. Maybe if I pick my own...
and knock out the artist. As I recall, I think he was about to say, maybe if I fake my own death, because he's trying to get out of working for Rangan. He's sort of realized what Rangan is like, and realized he doesn't really want any part of painting his portrait. So I'm going to sneak back around the outside. I probably could have used that to sneak in, although they might have spotted me jumping through the window, so that might not have worked, but... yeah, I was doing that because the security guard would see through my disguise. So now I'm going to walk up to Dawood Rangan and start the mission opportunity. I think I was trying to figure out like which path to take to get to Dawood Rangan, but yeah, eventually I figure it out. It just takes me a little bit. Yeah, I think I was seeing if I could avoid going through here, because there are a few people who can see through my disguise here, but I just have to be careful and give them a wide berth, and I can get through here okay.
Hey, Mr. Hussein, go on upstairs and wait for Mr. Rangan. I'm sure he'll be there shortly. It's me. Just to let you know that the house artist is ready to continue painting.
Ah, Mr. Hussain, ready at last. Did you get a shave? Oh, well, never mind. Come with me to the lounge.
And there's our target, Dawood Rangan. So now we just need to follow him back to the room we were just in so we can paint his portrait. And yeah, if you noticed earlier when we were focusing the sniper rifle that the other assassin was using, it was trained on that portrait, so...
Beautiful. Magnificent use of colors and form.
Right. Hello.
Kya baat hai. If the new piece catches my forceful nature like this, I will have nothing short of a masterpiece on my hands. I'll be the envy of everyone.
I guarantee a perfect execution, Mr. Rangan.
All right.
And there you see it.
Chalo,
Perfect,
let's get this done.
you know, example
I
of the
expect
kind of
these to be the final
double
brush
meaning.
stroke. You know,
You see,
this painting is sure to
perfect
bring you
execution.
a lot of future work.
so there's
Dekho, once the word
Kashmiri
gets out
getting
and my
ready.
art-appreciating friends see it, your phone will be ringing off the hook.
I can't wait. Hold your breath for a moment, Mr. Rangan.
That's the reason I told you I wouldn't pay for the commission, by the way. I'm not stingy. No, not at all. But if I'm already paying you in exposure, well, let's not overdo it, you know?
I prefer cash over exposure. Clench your fist, please.
Who doesn't? But sometimes, exposure can be worth more than just money. Dekho, in this case, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Just wait and see. When you're done with this job, the contracts will be rolling in.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Rangan. Can you look up a bit? Thank you.
That shot came from the chawls. It looks like the Kashmirian finally got a clear line of fire. Dawood Rangan is dead, and not even by your hand, 47. What will you think of next?
So you're there.
Hold up, 47. The Kashmirian is on the move. He's heading for another flat inside the chawls. This might be worth investigating. If nothing else, we may get a lead on who his client is.
So yeah, there. I don't know if you noticed, but it registered that as an accident kill, and that's because Agent 47 wasn't the one who actually pulled the trigger. It's sometimes referred to as a proxy kill, but it has the same rules as an accident kill or a poisoning, where we don't need to hide the body or worry about if other people noticed, because we weren't the ones who did it. So that's why his Dawood's body will be found in a few moments. And I could have hidden it, but I don't need to, because I get silent assassin either way, so. But yeah, so now the Kashmirian is changing positions, and one thing we could have done is, at the beginning, is when we were in the chawls, we could have broken into the Kashmirian's apartment, and we would have seen that he has information on Vanya Shah and Dawood Rangan, and he has, he's been hired to take out both of them. So, yeah, so we're trying to help him along, since he seems to be going after the same people we're going after. So now we need to get ready, get in position to set him up so that he can take out Vanya Shah. But to do that, we need to lure her out of the train yard, because there's no line of fire into the train yard from the chawls. I will say one of my sort of minor pet peeves for this level is they have some guards in the slums near where the Maelstrom's hideout is, where the Crows' hideout is. The Crows are the Maelstrom's gang. But yeah, some of his guards are enforcers that can see through any disguise, including Agent 47's suit, which, like, in my mind, that sort of violates one of the sort of ideas about who Agent 47 is. The idea of this character is that he can always blend in seamlessly in any location. So the idea that
The new foreman looks to be a
people can
dedicated
know
worker.
he's not supposed to
He
be
hasn't
there
left
when he's
the
just
office since he got
hanging
here.
out in public
Oh, no,
wearing
no,
street
that's not it.
clothes
I was up there in the
sort of
office
goes
when he came
against
in.
that.
One of the guards told him that the slum queen wanted to talk to him. The guy turned all
It's not that,
gray
like,
and
you
started
can't,
stammering.
like,
Wait,
justify
he
it.
didn't know she had taken over.
But I think for it to make sense, you kind of have to recognize, like, well, how do they know Agent 47 stands out? It's like, well, he's a white guy hanging out in Mumbai, like, he would stand out. But then if you think about it, like, how is he able to disguise himself? Like, why don't all the security guards notice the new security guard who happens to be a 6-foot-tall, bald white dude? So it gets you thinking about something that doesn't really hold up to scrutiny. So yeah, here I'm looking for a way to get inside this laundry area. This is a place where there are a bunch of people doing laundry. They all work for Vanya Shaw, and yeah, I only have a crowbar to unlock the store with, and I need to wait for a time when no one's looking. So I managed to break it. It makes some noise, but I was far enough away that no one decides to look. Tried changing disguises here, but I'm still trespassing, so I just changed back. So here I am, I'm in the foreman's office. So my next step is I need to knock out the foreman.
All right, so I need to understand a few things here. Nobody keeps track of time in any way?
The old foreman didn't really care so much about time. It was all...
So here we're gonna lure down the foreman's assistant and knock him out to get him out of the way.
I don't know where the papers are. If I could just find them, it would make
Oh,
my life a little
finally.
easier. But the old foreman probably hid them somewhere. If I knew why, I wouldn't have to look for them, would I? I just want to make sure I understand everything.
I'm just checking
I
where
show up
those
for the bridge meeting
people
with Miss
outside
Shaw, and
are,
I'm not
make sure
prepared.
they're not looking this way
Well, let's just say I don't
when I
want
dump
that.
the body.
Must be too late.
I think I was trying to change disguises there, but it wouldn't let me, and instead it just has me vault over the bid.
So I know he kept logs. Shah will expect me to know them by heart. How did I end up in a situation like this?
So now the overseer is in the room by himself, so I'm going to knock him out and steal his outfit. It turns out the overseer was going to meet with Vanya Shaw once he was ready. So I just need to disguise myself as him and let the guards know that I'm ready. So yeah, there's a camera up there. I want to go on the roof, but I don't want the camera seeing me, so I just use my pistol to take it out. Unfortunately, I was too close
help me!
to the person standing upstairs, so he heard the gunshot.
I think we've got a problem.
So now we need to hide and wait again for people to calm down.
Something horrible is going on. Can you please help me?
Yeah, thanks.
So yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about this map. As I said, I like it. It has a lot of good opportunities.
Hello? Anyone there? Someone's causing
And
trouble.
yeah, like I said, there's a sort of interesting story that connects the three targets together that can actually play out in several different ways, so it makes it fun to play through. It definitely gives you the sense that these three targets all know each other and have a relationship, which is interesting. One thing I don't like about it, it's something, like, I don't think I noticed it consciously, but like on playing it through again, it's very obvious to me that they're using a kind of yellow color filter over all this, which is a sort of a Hollywood trick they use a lot when they're filming places like in the global south, like in Mexico or in India or the Middle East to sort of make it look dirtier and grimier, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I would say like this does feel like a fun adventure to an exotic location. It is interesting to have, you know, a trip to the slums of Mumbai. It's just yeah, the color palette is unfortunate. But yeah, they're not. They didn't invent that trope. They're just copying it. And you know, the Hitman games have sort of always been about. You know, the older ones were very obviously about sort of copying like classic action movies, particularly like the Hong Kong action films that were very popular in the 90s. So here, I think I was trying to figure out a way to get close to Vanya Shah. So I save here because I am basically about halfway done. And I load. I think after loading, I think I was trying to get into the train yard to meet Vanya Shah, and I think after loading, I realized that was a mistake. So this time I'm going to go back to the laundromat and or the laundry and talk to the guards and let them arrange a meeting with Vanya Shah. I went on the bridge initially because I remembered that was where the meeting took place. But I forgot that there was this step of talking to
I haven't met the new foreman.
the guard. This guard we just passed.
Pata nahi yaar. He's still in the office. I know Miss Shah is supposed to meet with him on the bridge and talk about how to make you lazy workers do more. But so far, he hasn't come out.
Who are you calling lazy? I work 15 hours every day.
Haan, pata hai. Just relaying the words of Miss Shah. I think she's hoping this new guy will be liberal with his belt, if you know what I mean.
Great.
I'm ready for my meeting with Miss Shah now.
Miss Shah's been waiting for this all day. The foreman's ready to meet up with Miss Shah on the bridge. We're heading there now.
Little people like
Follow
us
me to the
don't
bridge.
So now we're going to follow this guard and yeah, get close to Miss Shah.
Oi, kapade gande hai abhi bhi. You need to put in more effort. That's not even close to good enough.
And yeah, in this scene we get some dialogue that's even more ridiculously laden with murder-related innuendos.
Aja, it's just through here. Miss Shah will be along soon. Better get your shit together if you don't want to end up like the old foreman. Samjha?
So, that's the new guy, huh? How long is he going to last,
And
you
we've
think?
already got a sense of
week?
the kind of
Depends on
person
what the
Miss
Queen
Shah
decides
is.
to do with him, I guess.
Talk about
looks tough
how
enough.
the
Might last a
workers
week
are,
in the pits.
you know, working
Maybe
15-hour
even two.
days,
Maybe
and
he's been working really hard on that report of
she's
his.
expecting the new foreman
Maybe she'll actually
to,
keep him on.
you know, effectively
Can't
beat them to
imagine
get them
that.
to work harder.
He's been hiding inside that little office of his all day, afraid to come out. I don't think he has what it takes.
And there is Miss Shah.
The new foreman finally graces us with his presence. What do you have to report?
I see a lot of dead weight.
I've made a similar observation. Tell me more.
Well, the objective is find the root of the problem, work to get close to it, and then eradicate it.
I like your thinking. How would you approach the tasks you see before you?
My usual method is prepare intensely, study the problem, learn everything I can, analyze all approaches. The idea is to gently nudge people to do what I want. And then, once the objective is in my sights, perfect execution.
Not afraid to spill some blood in the process?
Not at all. In fact, I find that happens quite often.
I like you, Foreman. I think this could be the beginning of a very fruitful relationship.
I aim to please, Miss Shah.
You think I don't see you down there, little ants? Scurrying about at your own pace? Taking unnecessary breaks? Drinking my water? Wasting my money? You have had it easy up until now. But your new foreman will bring some order to this rebellious behavior. The days of slacking are over. You hear me? Huh?
That is Vanya Shah taking care of 47. Are you planning on outsourcing all your work to the Kashmirian from now on? The Kashmirian is on the move again. It's paid off to follow him so far. Maybe he will lead us to the Maelstrom.
There we get another quip from Diana.
It's better not to
We're gonna ask if we're gonna outsource all of our work from now on. As it turns out, we're going to need to take care of the Maelstrom ourselves. So yeah, I'll just get you caught up. I'm gonna be in a bit. I'm gonna head to an alley.
47, our intel suggests the Maelstrom is hiding somewhere in the city slums. I've marked the headquarters of the Crows on your map.
So here we are near the headquarters of the Crows, which is where Kashmir is going to head. So I'm going to wait for him in an alley and intercept him. So at this point I fast forward because I'm just waiting for the Kashmirian to show up. So yeah, but I'll just catch you up on what the story is. But the idea is that, I forget which one, I think it was probably Dawood, hired the Kashmirian to kill Vanya Shah. And when he found out about it, the Kashmirian basically let Vanya Shah know, and then she offered to pay him to kill Dawood Rangan. So we got contracts from each of them to kill the other one. But then his plan was to actually kill both of them and, you know, show up at the Kashmirian's place and basically be like, hey, Kashmirian, your old buddies were fighting and trying to kill each other, and I cleaned up the mess for you, so please hire me as your number 2 guy.
There.
It's a very ballsy plan. But this is where his plan comes to an end. We lure him into this alley, we knock him out, take his disguise, and then we're going to drop the weapon we picked up. So we're going to have to go through a frisk zone before we can meet with the Maelstrom. So we can't bring our weapons with us. So yeah, this is the entrance to the Crows.
Hi there, friend. I'm afraid your honest look isn't going to cut it here. I'm going to have to frisk you, pretty boy. I'm not exactly enjoying this either, so just stay still and we'll be done soon. Go on ahead.
So, you're the one who called. The boss was intrigued. He'll see you. Better make it good.
I'll do my very best.
Come with me.
Delving straight into the heart of darkness, 47. Good luck.
You've got some balls, man. Killing 2 of the city's most ruthless people as a job interview. That's something else.
Oi!
All right, it's just in here. Good luck.
Okay. If you want to proceed, I need to check that you're not carrying anything dangerous.
So now we get frisked again.
Okay, let me just pat you down here.
One last time before we get our one-on-one with the Maelstrom.
You're good to go. Well done for waiting. Chal nikal jaldi.
The other nice thing with this opportunity is it saves us from having to do an investigation to identify the Maelstrom.
The mysterious stranger enters the lion's den. I guess you know who I am by now.
The Maelstrom.
Indeed. 2 of my most trusted allies are dead. Childhood friends, lifelong companions. And now you're here.
I always see my contracts through to the end.
Admirable. Really, it is. I'm assuming Vanya put out the initial contract that drew you here.
So here, I could take him out now, but I want to let him.
She never did like Darwin.
Finish his speech.
Perhaps power play while our plans are in hiatus. But why kill her then? Unless Darwood made a counteroffer.
That would be the smart move.
But then you heard the rumors about the return of the Maelstrom. And so you took a chance. You figured if Darwood was assassinated, I would put 2 and 2 together. Eventually, I would have to teach the Slum Queen a lesson. You took it upon yourself to help me before I asked. A show of skill. A move to get to the top. Is that right, boy?
You can only kill so many mobsters before wanting bigger challenges.
Darwood and Vanya lost their way once they returned here to Mumbai. I blame myself for their failures. I should not have let them go back without me. They got lost in their egotistical pursuits. Darwood thinking he could usurp my legend through his movies. Vanya assuming some mythological regency over the people of the slums. They forgot that which mattered the most.
What was that?
Legacy. In time, you become your actions. Vanya became cruel. Darwood became a hollow man. I wonder what we will become. What shape we will take in our final days. Exposed and roar in the eyes of the universe. We can't stay unseen forever. Death comes for us all, my friend.
That it does.
They just chose the perfect moment to take him out.
The infamous Maelstrom is dead. Very well done, 47. Mission completed. Time to find an exit.
Yeah, I could have used the fiber wire there. I decided to use the screwdriver. It's a little safer in that if he turns around at the last second, if you have fiber wire and the person is facing you, it's basically useless.
Grab it and toss it in one of the
They have to
furnaces
have your
in the
back
metal
to you
workshop.
for it to work. But with the
Barabar?
screwdriver, you can stab them whether they're facing you or not.
What's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with me, okay? I just want to make
So yeah, now we're just gonna head out and find an exit. This is taking a slightly different exit. This is another way into the crow's hideout. It's under this shack on the beach. And right over here, we've got a boat that we can take to leave the mission. And well, I say we've taken out all 3 targets, but really we've only taken out 2, or we've only taken out 1. The other 2 were taken out by the Kashmirian, but yep. Let's just watch and confirm that I got a silent assassin. Yep, there it is, silent assassin. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.